Military stalemate. Papua New Guinea Bougainville interim government. The Bougainville conflict, also known as the Bougainville Civil War, was a multi-layered armed conflict fought from 1988 to 1998 in the North Solomons province of Papua New Guinea between PNG and the secessionist forces of the Bougainville Revolutionary Army, and between the BRA and other armed groups on Bougainville. The conflict was described by Bougainvillian President John Momies as the largest conflict in Oceania since the end of World War II in 1945, with an estimated 15,000 to 20,000 Bougainvillians dead, although lower estimates place the toll at around 1,000 to 2,000. Hostilities concluded under the Bougainville Peace Agreement in 1998. The national government agreed to the founding of the autonomous Bougainville government and to certain rights and authorities which the autonomous government would have over what became known as Bougainville Province, which includes outlying small islands in addition to Bougainville Island itself. Under Australian rule, lode gold was first discovered on Bougainville in 1930. The discovery of vast copper ore deposits in the Crown Prince Range on Bougainville Island during the 1960s led to the establishment of the huge Bougainville copper mine by the Australian company Conzinc Rio Tinto. The Panguna mine began production in 1972 under the management of Bougainville Copper Ltd, with the government of Papua New Guinea as a 20% shareholder. At the time, the Panguna mine was the largest open-cut mine in the world. It produced more than 45% of Papua New Guinea's national export revenue, and was, as such, vitally important to the economy. The mine recruited thousands of workers to the island, mostly Papua New Guineans, whom the Bougainvillians referred to as Redskins because of their skin color. By contrast, most native people of the island identify as black. Many white skins, mostly Australian nationals, also came to work at the mine. The Bougainvillians wanted neither the migrants nor immigrants on their land. They especially resented the Redskins because of cultural differences between the groups. Conflict began to emerge from the start of mining operations at Panguna. Many of the local landowners were opposed to the mine because it attracted an influx of workers from other parts of PNG. In addition, they were concerned about adverse environmental effects, while seeing most of the mine profits leaving the island. Prior to Papua New Guinea's independence in 1975, Bougainville Island had attempted to secede and become independent. Its representatives reached an agreement with the Australian administration for further decentralization, which satisfied concerns at the time. By late 1988, tensions over the mine had led to local violence. The government deployed the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and the conflict developed into a general separatist insurgency. The mine company closed the mine, and many non-Bougainvillians left the island. Fighting continued for a year, during which widespread human rights violations were alleged to have occurred, including the burning of many villages. However, in early 1990 Papua New Guinea withdrew, leaving Bougainville in the control of the BRA. Despite agreeing to disarm and negotiate, Francis Ona, the leader of the BRA, unilaterally declared independence in May 1990. The PNG government subsequently imposed a blockade on Bougainville. It was enforced using A-1 Iroquois helicopters and Pacific-class patrol boats that had been supplied to PNG as aid by the Australian government in the late 1980s as part of a defence cooperation program underway since independence. Other Australian support, as part of its capacity-building effort, included funding for the PNGDF, provision of arms and ammunition, logistics, training, and some specialist and technical advisors and personnel. Similar assistance was also provided to the police. The helicopters had been provided by Australia without weapons and on the provision that they would not be used for combat. However, the PNGDF subsequently fitted machine guns in contravention of the agreement and later used them as gunships. The blockade would remain in effect until the ceasefire in 1994. Ona subsequently set up the Bougainville interim government, appointing himself president. The former premier of the provincial government, Joseph Kabui, was appointed vice president. The military commander of the Bra was Sam Kaong, a former PNGDF officer. Yet the Big had little power, and the island began to descend into disarray. The command structure set up by the Bra seldom had any real control over the various groups throughout the island that claimed to be part of the Bra. A number of Riscol gangs that were affiliated with the Bra, equipped largely with weapons salvaged from the fighting in World War II, terrorized villagers, engaging in murder, rape and pillage. Bougainville split into several factions as the conflict took on ethnic,